Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. What? Let's get to the news. Word around Glasgow has been swirling like smoke over the Clyde, and today that rumour mill is absolutely roaring. Rangers are said to be on the brink of announcing the signing of Enis Bardhi, the North Macedonian midfield maestro who's been catching eyes all over Europe. Folk close to Ibrox are whispering that this deal has been cooking quietly for weeks, simmering away under the surface while the club tries to keep everything tightly wrapped. But in a city where football secrets last about as long as sunshine in winter, the word is out, and supporters are already dreaming of what Bardi could bring. Imagine a player with that blend of creativity, grit, and swagger stepping into a Rangers midfield that's been crying out for someone with his spark. It's the sort of move that turns a season on its head, the kind of signing that sends a message to every rival. Rangers mean business, and they're ready to shake things up. They say Bardi's arrival could completely change the dynamic in the middle of the park. Supporters have been desperate for someone who can dictate tempo, pick out a killer pass, and still graft defensively when the match turns scrappy. And Bardi, well, he's exactly that sort of all-rounder. His reputation for long-range strikes has already got fans talking. Folk are joking online that goalkeepers across Scotland might as well start practicing their leaps now, because when Bardi lines one up from distance, it's usually trouble. The buzz is everywhere, in pubs, on supporters' buses, outside the stadium gates. Rangers fans know a potentially game-changing signing when they see one, and this rumour has them dreaming big. But the real intrigue isn't just about what he brings technically, it's about the mentality he carries, a kind of fire that supporters at Ibrox adore. Even inside the club, there are murmurs that Bardi's leadership qualities impressed Rangers decision-makers as much as his talent on the ball. Folks say he's got that presence, the type of player who walks into a dressing room and immediately lifts standards. Rangers have had their ups and downs this season, flashes of brilliance mixed with moments of real frustration, and bringing in someone with Bardi's confidence could be exactly what steadies the ship. Imagine him linking up with the current midfielders, forming those little triangles, turning defense into attack with one smart touch or clever movement. These are the scenarios supporters are drawing in their heads, and honestly, you can't blame them. When a player like this is even rumoured to be heading your way, it's impossible not to get carried away. But the best part of this whole rumour is the timing. Word is that the club wants the announcement to come sooner rather than later, maybe even as part of a bigger January push. Rangers have been under pressure to show ambition, to prove they're willing to invest in the squad, and landing Bardi would be a proper statement. Some say the deal is already agreed in principle. Others swear the player has been spotted in Glasgow, though you know how sightings go, half truth, half imagination. But that's what makes football rumours beautiful. It's the anticipation, the uncertainty, the shared excitement. It's the feeling that something big might be just over the horizon. And the fan base is already buzzing like live wire. Of course, rival fans are already stirring the pot, claiming Rangers are dreaming too big or stretching too far. But that's typical chatter. Deep down, even they know Bardi would be a serious catch for the Light Blues. He's the kind of player who doesn't just fit into the Scottish game. He thrives in it. Aggressive, technical, quick thinking, and built for high-pressure atmospheres. The type of guy who doesn't shy away when the crowd is roaring, when the tackles are flying, when the match needs someone to take control. And that is exactly why Rangers supporters are so desperate for this to be true. They want someone who embodies the fight, the flair, and the ambition that defines the club. And while nothing is official just yet, the feeling around the city is unmistakable. It's that familiar hush before big news breaks that electricity fans know all too well. Rangers need a spark, something to reignite belief and momentum, and a Bardi could be that spark. Whether he ends up being the creative heart of the team or the steadying force the midfield has been missing, one thing is certain. This rumor has grabbed hold of the imagination and nobody is letting go. So for now, supporters wait, refreshing their feeds, listening for the next whisper, hoping that any minute now the club drops the news. Everyone's already acting like is signed, sealed, and nearly delivered. The closer this Bardi rumor gets to becoming reality, the more the city feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for that moment when Rangers finally step forward and make it official. Supporters are already picturing the welcome he'd receive at Ibrox, imagining the stands roaring as his name is announced for the very first time. There's something about a signing like this that carries more weight than just adding a player. It's about belief, ambition, and showing that the club is thinking big. And the whispers coming from behind the scenes only add fuel to the fire. People are saying the negotiations have been smooth, respectful, and surprisingly fast, which usually means both sides were keen from the start. Bardi, they say, is eager for a new challenge, the kind of environment where fans live and breathe every touch of the ball. And Ibrox is one of the few places in Europe that truly offers that. Some insiders claim the coaching staff have already begun discussing where Bardi would fit into the system, talking about subtle tactical tweaks and new combinations that could emerge with him in the side. They say Rangers have been lacking that consistent creative spark in midfield, someone who can thread a pass through tight defenses or take on responsibility when matches turn tense. And Bardi, with his blend of vision and experience, seems tailor-made for that role. The excitement among coaches is rumored to be genuine, not just polite optimism. They see him as a midfielder who can influence matches in big moments, especially in the environments where Rangers often struggle to break teams down. And when the backroom staff start buzzing like that, you know something special might be unfolding. Meanwhile, fans are already debating online about how he'd link up with the current squad, imagining him combining with the forwards, curling free kicks towards the top corner, or stepping up in matches that define the season. There's chatter that his arrival could bring out the best in other players too, giving them someone to lean on creatively, someone who sees passes early and moves with intent. And that's the beauty of a signing like this. It doesn't just add quality, it reshapes the entire rhythm of the team. Supporters know this, and that's why every new whisper sends social media into a frenzy. Rangers fans can't help themselves. They've been through enough ups and downs to know how valuable a player of Bardi's profile could be. Even rival pundits have started weighing in, trying to downplay the rumors, yet quietly acknowledging that Bardi in a Rangers shirt would be a significant step up for the squad. Some say he's too good to adapt quickly to the Scottish game, that he'll take time to adjust to the physicality and the tempo. But folk who followed his career know better. They know he thrives in intensity, that he's the sort of player who enjoys a scrap just as much as a moment of finesse. And that's exactly why so many believe he'd take to the Premiership like a duck to water. He's got that bite, that stubbornness, the determination to impose himself no matter the occasion, and supporters have been craving that profile for months. And then there's the financial side of the rumour, which always stirs debate in Scotland. Some reckon Rangers have pulled off a masterstroke, finding a way to secure Bardi without stretching their budget to breaking point. Others suggest there's more to the story, that perhaps the player pushed for the move because he sees this as a stepping stone to re-establish himself on a bigger European stage. Whatever the truth is, the excitement doesn't fade. In fact, it adds another layer to the narrative, the idea that Bardi chose Rangers, not for convenience, but for opportunity. And when a player of that caliber sees potential in the club, fans take it as a huge compliment, so now all that's left is the waiting. The rumour has grown too loud to ignore, too widespread to dismiss, and supporters are clinging to every hint, every whisper, every supposed leak about an imminent announcement. You can almost feel the atmosphere tightening, like the last few seconds before a referee blows the whistle. Rangers are on the verge of making a statement, and Bardi could be the signature that signals a new chapter, a fresh spark, a renewed sense of purpose. Whether the club drops the news today, tomorrow, or in the coming days, the feeling is the same. Something big is brewing at Ibrox, and the whole of Scotland is watching, waiting, and wondering if this rumour is about to become reality. Meanwhile, across the European footballing landscape, whispers are emerging from rival clubs and pundit circles about the potential implications of Barkley choosing Scotland over more traditional powerhouses, a move that seems both shocking and provocative, sending ripples of disbelief and curiosity through markets, boardrooms, and fan bases. The discussions are as much about the symbolic nature of the transfer as the practical on-field consequences, with analysts questioning whether this could signal a broader shift in player mobility, ambition, and career narratives, especially for those who may have been overlooked by elite clubs or undervalued due to recent form. At the same time, the Rangers fan base is basking in the sensation of being at the centre of a story that is dominating headlines, trends, and conversations in ways rarely seen for a Scottish club. A combination of local pride and international attention, creating a unique ecosystem of speculation, celebration, and almost cinematic suspense. Tactical debates rage online and offline, with theories about midfield combinations, pressing strategies, and attacking fluidity forming the backbone of conversations that seem to merge football analysis with storytelling as fans imagine scenarios, match-winning contributions, and iconic moments that Barkley could deliver. Even casual observers are drawn into the narrative, seduced by the idea that football can still surprise, inspire, and create spectacles that feel larger than life, transforming a transfer into a shared experience of excitement, expectation, and almost tangible anticipation. The sheer unpredictability, coupled with the meticulous orchestration behind the scenes, makes this a story that transcends sport, blending culture, commerce, and drama in a heady mix that is impossible to ignore, impossible to resist, and impossible to downplay. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and to turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. The buzz also touches upon potential knock-on effects for Rangers' future, with insiders hinting at long-term planning and strategic adjustments influenced by McKenna's qualities. Rumours abound that his presence may shape training programs, youth development priorities, and even scouting strategies, with a focus on building a team that complements his strengths. Some analysts speculate that his arrival signals a subtle shift in club philosophy towards defensive stability, combined with intelligent build-up play, encouraging a new style that could define Rangers for years. Social media is brimming with discussions about potential captaincy, leadership hierarchies, and how McKenna's mentality could permeate the squad, creating a culture of resilience and discipline. Fans are dissecting every detail, from locker room anecdotes to media interactions, constructing a rich tapestry of narrative around the transformative potential of this signing. Beyond immediate matches, there's speculation about his role in mentoring younger players, establishing norms for professionalism, and even influencing the mentality of players not yet at Ibrox. The combination of tactical speculation, cultural impact, and fan engagement has created an atmosphere of electric anticipation, with the sense that McKenna's signing is not just a short-term boost, but a strategic move with consequences that could echo across seasons. The narrative now feels like a living entity, constantly evolving as new insights, rumors, and observations emerge from every corner of Scottish football. Finally, the story of Scott McKenna at Rangers has become more than just a transfer. It's a cultural event, a narrative phenomenon, and a focal point for fans, analysts, and rivals alike. The rumors, speculation, and debates surrounding his presence are weaving a complex tapestry that mixes footballing tactics, leadership dynamics, psychological influence, and cultural significance into a single, compelling story. Every intercepted pass, every commanding header, and every piece of training footage is scrutinized, analyzed, and imagined how in the context of Rangers' aspirations for domestic dominance and European relevance. The excitement has created a sense of collective anticipation, with fans projecting the player's impact across matches, competitions, and even the next generation of squad members. Insiders continue to fuel the speculation with hints of tactical adjustments, mentorship moments, and off-field influence, while media coverage amplifies the narrative into near mythical proportions. Social media has become a theater for debate, prediction, and imagination, with supporters crafting elaborate scenarios, mock tactical boards, and fan-driven narratives that further enrich the story. Ultimately, McKenna's signing has transcended conventional football news, evolving into a living, breathing saga that captures the imagination of an entire footballing nation. The buzz, the rumors, and the anticipation are all part of a story that promises to unfold in dramatic, unpredictable, and utterly captivating ways, with every moment watched closely by those who dare to dream of what Rangers might achieve with their new defensive linchpin. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned